Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. This is a daily analysis for Bitcoin to see what we might expect today and what to, of course, have as possibilities next. So basically, we're gonna start on the daily. For this channeling, of course, the wave 1 finished, of course, and obviously we have left the base channel taken from the wave 1 based on the wave 2. This is a signal that everything passed, of course, from this price here. We got, of course, an ABC correction that it might be unfolding here, of course, as an expanding flat wave C to hit, of course, the 1.618. Currently, the price, of course, showing an impulse toward the downside from this top. And we laid down here our new base channel, which is, of course, in red here. The base channel showing, of course, that the price has left it again, which is again the signal, of course, that this impulse is kind of like invalidated. There is no continuation right now toward the downside in double 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4 anyway is very longer in time than the wave 2 here in alternation. And of course, a signal has been given, leaving, of course, the base channels. This is, of course, a question mark what's going on there, and that means, of course, we might continue here a little bit toward the upside as expected yesterday, of course, because we might still be here in a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ending diagonal for an ABC before we drop down in different scenarios here that we will see, of course, next on the daily. So by all means, based on the channeling and the price here, we see the price, of course, it did not even touch the base channel again, and it has, of course, continued the push towards the upside here in green. And this is a signal of strength here that Bitcoin is still looking for higher, even if it is corrective or even if it is in double 1, 2, wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. This is, of course, very bullish. But in case that we are in ABC, also it can be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to see those scenario, of course, on the daily within the labels and the targets. So moving to the labels here that we have, of course, for the expanding flat. Now, this possibility is starting to get, of course, away from the highest possibility again. It's not the highest anymore today because, of course, we see again green above the channels, the base channel, meaning, of course, something else is unfolding here, something to push towards the upside. And that, of course, wave 5 is right now very far from completion, of course, or to complete the wave 5 toward the downside. Highest possibility might be, of course, is this W, X, and a Y in unfinished wave B yet or wave X. And that means, of course, we are here in a potential A, B, and a C. Of course, your wave C is the expanding diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you have an impulse A, B, and a C. And currently, we're looking for 3 waves toward the upside. We got, of course, the diagonal. And it might be, of course, another ending diagonal or double 1, 2s here. Wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Even for different scenario, which is coming next. Now, in case we are in a diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you want to reach here the 1 to 1 fib level taken from the wave A here based on the wave B. And of course, we want to reach at the $99,126, which can be, of course, your wave B. And then we drop down, of course, in a wave C, meaning 3 waves toward the downside. However, in this case scenario, you have to take into consideration that this is your wave 1 there, and you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Your wave 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finished here as an ending diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And then we are looking for 3 waves down for a wave 2 here. The wave 2 might be very deep, and 56K can be even the next target. So it's true that we are pushing for higher, but it might be, of course, later on going lower than the previous scenario, lower than the 67K. 68K, and of course it might reach the 0.38 here for 56K 500. So that is very interesting what's going on in this area. It tells a lot, of course, for the next possibility. Now, the other possibility that we have here, of course, that we might still in the previous scenario where you have a wave 1 here, and we're still having an ABC here for the same target, same area, and of course 68K might be a target, but of course we're looking here for this correction to hit the 99K 600 in ABC zigzag. So it can be of course a diagonal, ending diagonal here as an ABC for a wave 2. Yeah, so we might be in a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 here to finish the wave C, of course, as an expanding flat, same target, and of course as the same area in confluence here with a very stronghold technical support. So two possibilities, or highest possibility right now, it can be of course the ending diagonal, or it can be a deeper ABC zigzag here, or I would say WX and a Y unfolding. The highest possibility goes right now for the diagonal, actually, as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. This is my highest possibility right now, again, for Bitcoin on the daily. And of course for the final scenario that it might unfold like something very bullish here, only in case that this is double 1, 2 and not a zigzag 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is a double 1, 2. And if we see a wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, well, this is exactly what we are looking for, which is of course a bullish scenario. Finishing a wave 5 is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and your wave 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here, ending diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This wave 5 might unfold here as an impulse, since you have impulse, impulse, impulse. Yeah, so we might finish a wave 5 there, still of course looking for higher, for a new all-time high. And in case we break, of course, the 1-to-1, meaning if this wave 5 becomes longer than this wave 3, which is not allowed, of course, for a diagonal, that means not bearish, but it means something much more bullish. So that means, of course, you might transfer here to double 1, 2, wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 towards the upside, making this area not an impulse but double 1, 2. And this is your wave 3, and then 4, 5, 4, 5 again towards the upside. And this is, of course, the extreme bullish scenario here for Bitcoin, that it might happen, of course, in case that we push in double 1, 2 here and wave 3. Yeah. So basically, on the 2 hours chart, I would say the possibilities are as follow currently. The highest possibilities are for the bullish one. The first one is, of course, since we have the WX and Y here potentially, I'm still looking for this red zone here because the WX and Y can still finish, of course, a correction WX and Y, where you have a zigzag W, a zigzag for X, and a final expanding flat for the wave Y, as of course I'm expecting this target here exactly in this red zone to be tested here. And of course, if we drop down, we might see, of course, something pushing, of course, for lower there, meaning 1-to-1 fib level. But I'm looking here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like this, because this should be an ABC expanding flat. It can be, of course, an ending diagonal as well, and then pushing down. So basically today I'm looking for higher prices still. This is a minimum target that I'm looking for. But in case if broken, and we reach, of course, higher here, that means, of course, this is a signal that we are looking here at something bullish a little bit, of course, on the lower time frame, meaning a zigzag wave 1 here. You finished wave 1, wave 2, another zigzag ABC, wave 3, and then wave 4, wave 5. To reach the wave C, of course, which it might be, of course, around the 99K. And it might means, of course, the 2 scenarios that we talked about it on the daily, which is a wave 1, wave 2 as diagonal, and moving for wave 3 later on toward the downside. And the opposite scenario, of course, that it might be very bullish is the double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're looking for a new high here. And finally, as well, if we get only an ABC and we drop down, that is a possibility as well for a deep WX and a Y, of course, towards the 56K, as we saw on the daily. So to be very clear here, I'm watching this area, and I would like to see what the reaction is going to be there. Plus the structure, of course, here I would like to see how the structure is going to end up. So if we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and we drop down, then okay, we are looking, of course, for new lows for Bitcoin. But if we pass it, if we pass above the 93K here, 700, that is a signal that we might push, of course, for the next blue box, 96K, 95K, 500. Yep, so these are the key levels today. My target is around this area, and I would like to see what's gonna happen. Basically on the KGT as well, we have some signals, but of course the bearish here is still there. It's going to be invalidated soon. I mean, once this signal will reach the high there, it might get invalidation. Yeah, so we gotta also be careful with it. On the lower time frame, it's already, I think it is already invalidated. Yes, so it's already invalidated. That means, of course, yeah, there is a very potential, like, to continue towards the upside here. Yeah, we got invalidation as well. So very interesting for Bitcoin. I'm still seeing some strengths here that we might reach, of course, this target. Yep, so this is the daily analysis for Bitcoin, and of course for the lower time frame, 2 hours, 1 hour chart, we are looking for this target, and of course we'll see what's gonna happen. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.